Elite Facts presents famous people that everyone hates that did great things for people. 1. Once Hollywood's highest earning actor, Mel Gibson lost favor with the public after his drunken rant went viral and he was labeled every name under the sun for his outburst. But in 2015, Mel did a lot of good. His A.P. Riley Foundation donated $6.8 million to the Holy Family Church to help people. He can be proud once more. 2. Ted Bundy was a serial killer. There's no avoiding this or his monstrous crimes. But he did work at a suicide hotline for some time and saved many lives by doing so. He also rescued a toddler from drowning. 3. Everybody knows that Donald Trump is all kinds of crazy, even though he's built an empire worth billions of dollars. You would also think he'd jump at any opportunity to look good in public, except for that hairstyle. But in 1988, Trump flew a severely ill child to New York for treatment in one of his private jets simply because they asked for his help. It saved the boy's life. He didn't bring it to the public's attention until his book release in the year 2000. 4. The Great Depression struck in 1931, and Al Capone, notorious gangster and enemy of the state, opened up a soup kitchen for the homeless and jobless in Chicago. 5. Saddam Hussein's crimes are some of the world's worst mass genocides ever recorded. So it's strange to know that the butcher of Baghdad made education mandatory and free. He gave farmers subsidies and was awarded an award from the UN for his work on social services. All of this done as vice president. 6. Glenn Beck is one of America's most divisive right-wing talk show hosts. He's even more extreme than Fox News, but his employees come from every part of the political landscape. And if they donate to charity, he matches it 100% and shows nothing but respect for their own beliefs and ideologies, even if they disagree with his own. 7. Be it for his music or his behavior, Justin Bieber isn't universally liked by all, and there are plenty of reasons not to. But one of them isn't his charitable work. The guy has handed out over 200 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation in just 4 years, and that's almost one a week for someone who's probably pretty busy. There are no other singers who have matched that amount, and he's still very young. 8. The Yakuza are known worldwide as a ruthless Japanese crime syndicate involved in drug trafficking, racketeering, and murder. They also dabbled in illegal gambling schemes, extortion, and fraud. But after the 2011 earthquake in Japan, the group really stepped up their humanitarian game. The earthquake left 300,000 in an emergency state, and they responded with aid almost immediately. They acted before the government could even get together to discuss their moves and supplied food, water, blankets, and other necessities to the most vulnerable. 9. Kanye West is one of the world's most recognizable faces and proverbial non-smiler, but he does have a heart in him somewhere. He runs Donda's House, a non-profit in Chicago that gives premium great art access to youths who otherwise would have no access to such opportunities. 10. David Koch is worth somewhere in the region of $40 billion. He's a bankroller of many a conservative congressman and enemy to the liberal camp despite holding many liberal views. But as far as donations go, he's given away almost $1 billion to cancer research, educational causes, and museums, so he isn't all bad. 11. Richard Nixon might have been a crook and a bungler, and despite being conservative, he brought in a lot of liberal ideologies to America. He ended school segregation, passed the Clean Air and Water Acts, banned sexual discrimination, stopped the Vietnam War, campaigned for Native American rights, allocated $100 million for cancer research, and created 642 new parks, as well as taking us to the moon. 12. Rupert Murdoch owns a media empire that is highly biased towards the right-wing agenda and even lies to push opinions its own way. Then again, what media outlet doesn't? He's often seen as the dark overlord of evil, and so an act of kindness in 1958 might seem strange to some. The plight of Max Stewart is little known, but he was a man assigned to death for wrongful murder, and Murdoch got wind of that. His newspapers were used to run a campaign of justice, and ultimately helped outlaw the death penalty in Australia. 13. Anonymous are a hacker activist group that people know very little about because of their capabilities to maintain anonymity online. They've often taken credit for major hacking events through the years. In 2011, they launched Operation Darknet, which took down a child porn network of nearly 1,500 and released the details of all users to the police. 14. The Westboro Baptist Church holds some pretty dull views of the world due to their religious beliefs and often picket and protest at the funerals of soldiers killed in battle. The Ku Klux Klan are famous for their racist views in society and often portray a group of hatred towards certain races. So it might surprise you that they are the lesser of two evils in this story, as they were there to counter-picket the Westboro folks at a Veterans Day parade saying it's the soldier that fought and died and gave them that right to free speech. 15. Lebron James donated $2.5 million to the Boys and Girls Club of America and is also a charity he works with on a regular basis. He also funded the LeBron James Family Foundation. That's a slam dunk for the NBA superstar. 16. Miley Cyrus might get on some people's nerves with the constant tongue out of the mouth routine and the absolutely ridiculous clothing, but she's done some good with her fortune. She's donated and volunteered to many charities, including the Red Cross, City of Hope, Blessing in a Backpack, and the Starkey Hearing Foundation. 17. Taylor Swift is probably the world's most powerful recording artist right now, and she's almost never off the radio or TV when you turn it on. And that's probably why she's disliked so much. But Swift deserves a lot of credit. Not only did she found a charity to help children avoid online predators, she's also very active with UNICEF, Red Cross, and Children in Need. Not to mention, she actively goes out of her way to surprise her fans with visits and Christmas presents. So her popularity is probably for more than just her musical success. Thanks for watching another amazing video, folks. Subscribe for more from Elite Facts.